Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Tuesday, November 14th, 2022. I'm James Lott Jr. This is the SOS show with James Lott Jr. And I'm James Lott Jr., super organizer. And I'm back because in about a month, I'm heading towards my 15th year in the business. Before I start doing that and talk about that briefly, I wanted to say my thanks and gratitude, which I do every episode. My thanks and gratitude to all veterans. We just had a Veterans Weekend, including my late stepdad, my Aunt Faith, anybody who was a veteran who served our country for whatever reason, any armed forces. Thank you so much for your service. And I also believe heavily that you took care of us. When you come home, you should be taken care of and compensated awardingly. I mean, you should be get whatever services you need. You should just get them because you did something that is very patriotic, but also you risked your lives for us. And I see that very heavily. So I want to say that I'm very much that I just give the veterans what they need, any kind of services, social services, mental health services, whatever they need, give it to them. No fights. So I want to say that. Okay. As we head to the holidays, and the last month I've been doing a lot of organizing, actual organizing jobs. And I have more this week and I have more next week. It's been very interesting because I took time off because of COVID, of course, and then I wasn't doing much physical organizing. I was teaching, which I'm also doing speaking engagements too, and classes and organizing. And I'm going to be on a podcast in a few weeks talking about the business of our business. And that's something that I think was one of the things people ask me, like, James, you've been in business for almost 15 years. Like, what does that mean for you? And how do you do it? And so I just want to briefly, I look back on my life and I go, I started at 40, well, I was like 39, 40. I started from scratch. I started during a recession. It was like 2008, 2009 recession. And I never owned my own business before. I never owned my own business before. I never owned one. Never. I've been heads of companies, heads of things, but never done it myself. I always thought that entrepreneurship was for someone else. And in some cases it is. Not everybody's supposed to be an entrepreneur. For some people, it's good to just work for somebody, and there's no judgment or anything. Just work for somebody, you do a great job. Then everybody has their role. There's some folks who are meant to be our natural leaders and meant to live this lifestyle that I'm living. Because I think, and this is always a thing I've noticed over the years, has been a topic of discussion in our field of organizing, professional organizing, is this a hobby for you or is it a business? Can you make money as an organizer? And I have so many friends who are organizers who have done it as long as I have or longer, who are super successful. They're making money. So yes, you can. And this business is so vast and wide, and there's so many things you can do within organization and time management and productivity and all those things. I was making so many different streams of income from organizing. I wrote 2 organizing songs, and they did make me money. I have a book out. I'm working on a second and third book. I have all kinds. I work. I had a TV show. I have all kinds of things. There are so many things you can do, especially in your area where you live, that you can actually make money as an organizer. And I try to remind people that you can have it as a hobby and have it for fun. Sure, that's fine. But if you really are serious, then you have to be serious. And you have to be what you want to get perceived to the world, which is professional. That's the word, professional organizer, be professional. In some cases, get education. Napo is one of the great resources for education. Napo is the National Association of Productivity and Organizers. There's other organizations that there are people who have all kinds of things out there. For you to look that up and research, great. There's some colleges and universities that are starting to have organizing programs or productivity programs. You can do that too. But sometimes part of the education, it's marketing. It's now you got social media. You have all this free advertising out there, free ways to advertise, creative ways you can advertise. It's better than when I started. When I started, there was no Instagram, there was no Twitter. It was MySpace, and Facebook was a few years old or a year old. There was also I didn't even know what YouTube was yet at the time. And I was in Craigslist. I was in newspapers. Remember newspapers? I was taking postcards from Vistaprint. Remember Vistaprint? And I print like 500 of them for like $10 or whatever it was back then. And I'd walk up and down the streets and drop them off. That's what I did to make money. Friends of friends of friends of friends, church, everything. I mean, I was out there hustling my way, and I became successful. There were times also, keep in mind, where I almost lost my business. There were times, there were some low points too. There's ups and downs to this whole game. It's not all just one straight line. I had some stuff happen that I thought I had a situation with a tax guy that went south and things like I almost lost. I almost left the business good. Then I got revitalized, and then I wasn't doing actual physical organizing anymore. I was teaching it. So I've been around for a long time, and I had classes around Los Angeles. Then COVID hit. I thought I was done. There's so many different things that are just it's that in business. And I've written 3 books on being an entrepreneur. You can check it with Caesar Risky. You can check those out. Follow Our Leads, what's called. It's 3 books in a series. Writing the 4th one. Different stages of our entrepreneurship. You should get them because we're very honest and just tell you the truth. This show was born out of a blog I had. And Adrenaline Radio, hi Adrenaline Radio, got me started. And I was every week talking to people. I met organizers. I did all this. I mean, I've been doing this for years. I'm speaking for a Napo day in February in San Diego. I'm doing some courses at another place. I am happily sharing what I know, what I've learned as one of the few male organizers in the business, and one of the I've met online one other Black male organizer. We never seen each other what he looks like. We just messaged a couple of times. They disappeared. I'd just love to find you. Where are you? But we did that. I mean, I've against the odds in a field that's not full of me. I've worked it out. Yes, I have another company, media company too, that I work on too, and I have both. So they both help each other out. But it's just one of those things. It's like, you guys, hard work, some luck, timing, it all plays a part in all of this. It does. It really, really does. It plays a part in this. But the purpose of this show is just to say, I'm looking back on my time. I'm gonna do some more episodes of probably more in detail about the business of the business. I feel like it's time for me to really talk about that. And I've had some great interviews with people who talked about it a little bit, but I think it's time we really literally talk about it. You and I, that's a song, about the business, because I think it's a question I get a lot of. So how do you stay in business, and how do you do this, and I get a lot of that. So I think it's time for me to actually finally do some stuff. But I will be on a podcast in a few weeks talking about it also, and I'll let you guys know that too, because you can never have too much. At least hear what I've done, hear what I'm doing, and then you can go, okay, maybe I'll try that, maybe I'm not, or maybe you'll get an idea out of something that I say will inspire you. I want you all to succeed. Organizers are so important. Organizers are important. Everyone needs one. And we really need to populate the world and get folks. I mean, there's so much stuff out there. I'm dealing with stuff right now in my family. There's so much stuff out there. I have clients. They have so much stuff. We have stuff. Especially in America, we have a lot of stuff. And so I want to help you with that and help, and there's a lot of organizers out there who could do the same thing for you. So anyway, I'm very happy to be celebrating my anniversary soon. I've loved this business. I love talking about this business. I love breathing this business. It's a very interesting subject that can go 10,000 different directions and alliterations. I love it. I want to give a shout out to all my fellow organizers and productivity specialists out there, my friends, people I don't even know yet. You guys are wonderful. Of course, you're all welcome to come on the show and talk. But I'm seeing the wonderful work you're doing online and for other people. And hands off to you. Hats off to you. Hats off to you. I have a Christmas hat. Hats off to you. And It's just, you guys are doing wonderful work. I'm James Lott Jr. I'm working on a website for the Super Organizer by itself, but there's a lottahelp.com, LOTT, and there's a page for Super Organizer. You can go on there and see rates. I am for hire if you're in the Los Angeles area, but also a hire if you want some consultation. We can do it over Zoom or phone or whatever. Life coaching, I'm here for that too. Message me for rates. We'll go from there. But the show is on every audio streaming service platform and, of course, YouTube and JLJ Media. Please, everyone, happy holidays. I will talk to you soon. Take care.